She also determines the males and females within each egg that she lays. She can produce up to 5 years. And in this day and age, folks, I would say more like 3 years. 5 years being the max. It is rare to see a queen go a full 5 years of laying. A brood pattern will demonstrate how well she is doing, but if she's missing various cells in laying her eggs, that's a telltale that she's beginning to fail. If she dies, the hive slowly dies thereafter. She cannot eat on her own. She has to have all the worker bees come by and help feed her. So if you see a queen that comes into a queen box to you, and there's attendants that are in there, they're the ones that are feeding the queen on that there. If your hive is not doing well, for example, you have a very robust cluster of bees, and now it's getting down to where you just see maybe a baseball size of a cluster, that is also a really good telltale that your hive is really failing and failing quickly. She can lay up to 2,000 eggs per day. And here's the tripwire for us as beekeepers. When maple trees begin to bloom, that is when the queens typically start producing at the 2,000 per day. It's time for them to come out from laying just 10 eggs a day during the winter months, and it is time for them to get into gear. The eggs that are put onto the frames, those have to stay warm. And if the queen begins to overproduce, those on the outside will freeze. And when they freeze, you'll start seeing the undertaker bees taking them outside the hive first thing in the morning and throwing them off the front. That is always a telltale that you're feeding, and we're going to get into that, your feeding is getting too ahead of what the weather is. After the queen is mated, she does not leave that hive again unless there is a swarm, or the old queen will leave at that point and the young queen will stay. So once the queen is laying, she's too heavy to fly. And if there's a swarm, we're going to talk about that a little later and how she maneuvers out through there. But it's very, very labor intensive for the queen.